Now I'm gonna need you to be all ears in this video and use your eyes to the fullest extent when I'm talking about watching this video, because I'm gonna be talking about one of the most important aspects of Diamond Dynasty. I'm gonna take you from a beginner to an expert in about as many minutes as this video takes, because frankly, I don't know as of right now. Now, if you're new here, end up enjoying today's content, make sure to hit that like button and red subscribe button. It would mean a lot to me. Turn on that notification bell as well. Click on the channel, more Bhlademyst. Subscribe to my other channels, and then the community tab. I stay active over there, so make sure to check it from time to time. And then follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and then subscribe to my YouTube channel, Twitch. We haven't started just yet. So let's talk about the community market, right? The community market, as I said previously, it's where you buy and sell players. We're going to dive into this aspect of it in just 1 second. But first and foremost, I want to show you guys what My Orders is about. So the My Orders section, you can obtain it either through MLB Cards or directly go into My Orders. It's going to go ahead and show you each and every single active order you have currently in MLB The Show. So if I was looking to sell a player or I was looking to buy a player, it would appear over here. Once that player is sold or bought, it is going to go ahead and transfer over to my completed orders, and it will tell you whether you bought that player. For example, I bought that player for 5 stubs, or whether you sold that player. For example, I sold Mike Trout for 110,000 stubs, and it's going to keep track of the first purchase you ever made or first card you ever sold to the most recent card you ever purchased or sold as well. Now, when we enter the community market, there are separate sections that you can dive into, but you don't have to go ahead and click them in order to dive into them. You can go to MLB Cards every single time, and all you have to do is press R1. By pressing R1, it will take you literally to equipment, it will take you to sponsorships, stadiums, and it will take you to unlockables. So every single section that you could have just individually pressed, they're all in one. By pressing MLB Cards, you will find the same thing is available if you press any of the either's. So if you press equipment, you'll be able to get to MLB Cards, unlockables, etc. by pressing R1. Now let's go back to MLB Cards. MLB Cards, it's gonna basically include everything that is a live series player. When it's equipment, it's gonna include every single piece of equipment that's a card. When it's sponsorships, it's mainly for franchise, and it's gonna include every single sponsorship. Stadiums are for Diamond Dynasty. It will include each and every single one of them. And then unlockables are things such as nameplates, icons, home run animations, etc. And you can go ahead and equip that to your created player, which is gonna be named ball player, or you can customize what you guys see right above me that says 441,000 stubs. You can go ahead and customize that by changing the nameplate and then the little icon that says the show 20. So let's get back to the MLB Cards. If you're looking for a specific player, you can press square to filter, or whatever on the bottom it tells you need to press to filter. You can either look up the player by name or you can filter it. We're gonna go ahead and do name first. Now all you need is 3 letters to go ahead and find the player, but the more specific you are, obviously the better it's going to be. So for example, if we're looking for Bellinger, we're gonna go ahead and put Belly. In total, that's 5 letters. We press R2 and it shows us the Bellingers that are available in MLB The Show. Let's say we were looking for Harmon Killebrew now. If we just press HAR, it will show us every single card, regardless of whether it's an equipment, a sponsorship, it does not matter. It will show us every single result in the community market that has an H, an A, and an R, and you'll be able to look through each and every single one. So that is when you're looking at it by name. When you want to filter things, it's a little bit different. You can't filter anything if you already toggled that HAR name. You would have to back out, or all you would have to do is press R1 and then get back to MLB Cards, especially if you're looking for a specific player. So in MLB Cards, you're allowed to filter players by minimum and maximum prices. I wouldn't go ahead and filter players by this because it has shown from time to time to be ineffective. For example, if I was looking to only buy cards that are 5,000 stubs, which as you guys can see, that is what 5,000 stubs is, it's gonna go ahead and show me players that I would have to put a buy order of 1 million stubs in order to get. And the reason it's showing me these players is because the buy now is 0. So that's why I personally would not use that. So as you guys can see, since I had already selected that filter, I pressed L1, I pressed R1, got back to MLB Cards, and now the filter is cleared. I normally, when I'm looking for a specific player or I'm looking for a specific team, whatever it is, I usually do it by minimum overall, maximum overall if I'm trying to do a certain team build. If you were looking, let's say, for just gold players, you would go to the minimum gold level, and then you would go to the maximum gold level, and then you would press enter, and it will show you from the highest overall to the lowest overall every single gold player available inside MLB The Show. This is only for players, keep that in mind. And then if you go ahead and toggle it off by pressing the square button, it will go ahead and reset it back to the original. You can also look for players with specific positions. You can look for center fielders only, and then you can look maybe for the Giants, see if they have anybody. If they don't have anybody, you're out of luck. You can go ahead, toggle off the Giants, and just put nothing at all. And once again, it will go ahead and show you each and every single center fielder. When it comes to sets, there are 2 sets in MLB The Show. There is the Legend set and the Flashback set. The Legend set is for players that no longer are active on MLB rosters today. The Flashback set is for players that are active in MLB rosters today. Now, when we talk about series, there are a whole bunch. You have Rookie Series, Breakout Series, Veteran Series, etc. What these are basically cards of active players if it's a flashback card, or cards of legend players if it's a legend card, that show you a time of year where they were either a rookie, a breakout star, veteran, all-star, whatever it is. It's going to show you a time that that player was whatever that series was, and it's going to give that player the attributes that he deserves at that time. So Mookie Betts, for example, as a rookie, was an 81 overall in Diamond Dynasty. He probably didn't have that overall on his Life Series card in 2014, but the way he played throughout the totality of the season, he was an 81 overall. Now, when you change sections and you go to equipment, once again, you can look up an equipment by its specific name, or you can filter it as well. Each and every single section has its own unique filter. So you can look it up by brand. You can go ahead and look it up by specific piece of equipment if you were looking for cleats, and if you only wanted diamond cleats, you can go ahead and look it up by that. Same thing goes for sponsorships. You go to sponsorships, and it seems that these, although when it talks about brand, it's talking about the brand of the sponsorship, and most sponsorships are diamond. There are a bunch of silvers and golds, but the good ones, they're going to be the diamond ones. So you can filter that. You can filter stadiums as well, or look for the stadiums yourself. You can look for only diamond stadiums. You can look for gold stadiums, which they don't have any, I believe. You can look for common stadiums or bronze stadiums. I believe the lowest tier they have is bronze, and then the highest tier they have is silver when it comes to stadiums. And then you can do it for unlockables as well. You can go ahead and look up the subcategory. You can look up what it is you're looking for, and then the rarity. That's basically what the filters are. If there's anything in specific, you can minimize the search results and get exactly what you want. Now let's talk about the buy now. Let's talk about the sell now. So this is important. When you see it says buy now, that is the price that someone is selling the card, or let me reword it so it can be precise for you all. When you see the buy now, it means that a player has that card and he's telling the market, meaning all other online players, hey, I am willing to sell you this card at $72,500. How you list a price over there on the left-hand side where it says buy is by creating a sell order, because as a player, you're looking to sell that card. So you create a sell order. How you get your sell order to the top is by undercutting whatever that price is. So if I had Harmon Killebrew and I wanted my sell order to be at the top, which means whenever a player purchases it by the buy now section, my card will be the first to go. All I would have had to have done was put $72,499. As long as you undercut them by one stub, your card will go to the top. Now, you have two options when you sell cards. You can either sell them by creating sell orders. It usually takes a longer time, obviously, for them to sell through a sell order than if you were to sell them instantly. And let me tell you all this right now. Each and every single card in MLB The Show that you sell in the community market, regardless of whether it's an equipment, sponsorship, stadium, etc., it is going to be taxed for 10%. So make sure that whatever you're selling it at the buy now is greater than what you would be getting if you were to sell it through the sell now. Now, if you were looking to sell it as sell now, that is because a player is interested in buying the card. So he created a buy order, and the buy order that the player created is basically, hey, I am willing to offer this much for this card. If you want to sell it to me, fine. If you don't, that's fine as well. If you are comfortable selling it at whatever price that buy order is, and you just press sell now, you'll still be taxed 10%. And instead of waiting, that card will be sold instantly. Usually buy now orders, they may take some times. At other times, they're sold instantly as well. If you're looking to buy a player, the other option in buying the player is buying it at the price that another player put as the sell order. So you could buy it instantly at $72,500, or you can create a buy order and wait until a seller sells it to you for whatever that price is. Now, also keep in mind that whenever you go ahead and create a buy order or a sell order, for a sell order, in order to get your price to the top and be first in line, you need to undercut whoever is at the top by 1. And then when you're creating a buy order, in order to be the first in line to buy that card, you need to overcut whoever is at the top by 1. So instead of 42,015, I would have to put 42,016. Now, you can buy more than one card at once. So let's say I wanted 25 Harmon Killebrews. All I would have to do is go ahead and enter 42,016 25 times if I wanted to pay that price 25 times for him. If I wanted to pay a much cheaper price or put myself in the middle of the sell orders, I could do that too. I can put myself at 40,000 and just put that 25 times, and whenever the price drops to 40,000 in terms of sellers selling that card, my card will be the first one that it will be sold to. Now keep in mind, this will update as players undercut you and as players overcut you. So it's always good to check back and make sure that if you really want that card, that you're still at the top. If you really want to sell that card, make sure you're still at the top. Just like you can buy multiple cards at once, you can also sell multiple cards at once. And let me think real quick if there is anything else that I am missing to tell you. Actually, yes, I just remembered. So diamond cards, they have a quick sell value, and I'm gonna go specifically to live series cards, and we're gonna go to minimum overall of an 85 because that's the minimum overall you need to become a diamond. So a diamond card has a quick sell value of 5,000 stubs. As you see here, there is a buyer offering 5,000 stubs to go ahead and purchase this card. If you sell it to him for 5,000 stubs, you're gonna be losing money because you're gonna get taxed 10%, meaning you're losing 500 stubs. If you would have just went ahead and gone into your inventory and pressed the quick sell option, you would have gotten a full 5,000 stubs untaxed. So you want to be careful with that. Diamonds, the quick sell value is 5,000. Golds, it's 1,000. Silvers, it's 100. Bronzes are 25, and then commons are 5. People still sell them at that price. I don't know whether it's because they don't know how it works, or maybe they're just lazy and don't really pay too much mind, or don't mind on losing 500 stubs. But to me, I need every single stub I can get. So I 100% make sure to pay attention to that. And I believe that, or in general, this video just went ahead and told you all of the basic necessities, what you need to know in order to go into Diamond Dynasty and be able to use the community market effectively. You can buy multiple cards at once, you can sell multiple cards at once, and just keep in mind, the seller is the only person always getting taxed 10%. Whenever you sell a card, you will be taxed 10%, regardless of whether a buyer buys it at your buy now price, which is what you put as the sell order, or if you sell it instantly at a buyer's buy order, which is the sell now price. No matter what it is, you're going to get taxed 10%. A buyer is never taxed for buying a card. That's how the community market works. I'm going to get into how to invest in players and how to flip cards in tomorrow's community market video. So make sure you all stay tuned for that. If you're new here, end up enjoying today's content, make sure you hit that like button, red subscribe button. Don't forget to follow me on all my socials. Turn on that notification, click on the channel, more Bhlademyst. Go ahead and check out those two other channels. One is Variety Gaming, the other is Reaction Channels, and also the community tab. I stay active there, so please keep in mind that and check in on it from time to time to stay active with me as well. And I believe that is all. So have a blessed day and night. Stay positive, stay safe, stay blessed. Love you all. Catch you all in the next one. Peace out.